Hanstein and Eckstein took their priestly robes and went to work in the synagogue, preparing the priests for the coming of me. Karl set up public schools from Antioch to Judea. Goddard taught in the schools in Jerusalem. Charus and Nimron planted and harvested cannabis and campaigned against alcohol. They ran a smokehouse and distributed, among other things, my writings. I sent stories for children, knowing that they were young enough to learn. When the time came for Ming, Helene, and our 3 children and I to return to what wasn't so much my home, but my pathetic destiny, I felt like a stranger. I had seen very little of my family since I started studying. Judas was my only brother interested in taking over Dad's business in Galilee. Dad had already sold his share of his other places. He wasn't wealthy like the king of the Jews, but more wealthy than grandfather Jacob, who had little of the king's life. Jesus, my love, I miss the Toscana already. Me too, but I don't miss my books, and that makes me quite pleased with myself. Don't promise yourself. I'll write stories about the kids, adventures in the hills and villages of Toscana, or wherever else we may choose to live. Anywhere but here or Rome. I still hadn't told Helene that I would hang on the cross with nails through me, and telling my mother seemed out of the question, but I told my brothers and sisters. Judas told me he wouldn't leave my side until I was on a ship headed west. After talking to Ming, who was working as an aide to King Herod, my dad's grandson, the bugger had put John in jail. After spending 40 days at the lake for an extended family reunion, John was arrested for no real reason, other than the possibility that Herod was not happy that his dad's bastard kid was back in town, and rumor had it that he was a real king, and he intended to claim his kingdom. Herod, what's wrong with your punk ass? He's a spoiled kid, Jesus. He's 22 and never been anywhere without 100 guards. He has never set eyes on a poor man, and rumor has it that the only woman that excites him is his brother's wife, sister-in-law. Other rumor has it that he married his brother's wife because he desires her daughter, who has just reached puberty and is said to be one of the most beautiful creatures of God's creation. I hate rumors. I want John out of prison. I'll go see the bastard Herod. I don't believe he will give you audience, Jesus, but we know that the Romans that Rome has told him if you die, he will be removed. Not a rumor. He is your insurance for now, but he is in no position to like you, even a little bit. It's the way it is, my friend. I'm sorry. We knew this wouldn't be easy. We aren't in the university anymore. I know, Charus. I will restrain from taking an army to Herod and executing him. Good. That would not help our chances. I won't promise, but I tell you there is a high probability that I will kill the bastard if he doesn't release John. We will get Rome to remove him. I didn't want John in jail. Now that we were finally living in the same city, when we could finally see each other, he was in prison because Herod was a full-grown idiot. John had did his job well. He had called himself John the Baptist and played the role of Eli to help check off the list of the stuff we had to get done to get Jerusalem seriously infected so that one day no one would believe in the horror story God of our forefathers or any other forefathers of the Gentiles. This is completely absurd. No one has ever done anything like this before. That's why it's going to work.